Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome to a new Let's Play. We're going to try out Captain of Industry. So Captain of Industry has been around for a while under alpha and now under beta releases. I believe you can still, where I got it, you can still fund it or fund the development directly at the website of the developers, and it will be released in early access, I believe, in March of this year. I think that's the roadmap, but if I'm wrong, don't shoot me. So I've given it a bit of a try, and I actually quite like this. This is a bit of a Factorio, but a bit of a Factorio feel in terms of you build everything you kind of use, but it's a little bit more hands-on in terms of you mine using kind of open cast mines where you use excavators and trucks to mine your various resources. It's not you just don't pop a miner building on something and you get all your goods. You actually have to move it yourself, and the logistics component of it is quite interesting as well. So let's get into it. There's constantly some updates for this, and so I've played it a little while ago, so there might be some new update pieces. So let's play something. I don't want to do something crazy difficult like this You Shall Not Pass, which I believe is okay. What's this? The beach. So then you can actually cross to the other side if you go ahead and fill that area. So that's potentially something of a little bit of interest. Then the New Haven is just the basic one with a fair bit of stuff directly on there. And then this Golden Peak seems like it could be quite difficult to get there. So I'm thinking let's try the beach, though. There's coal available right here on New Haven. Coal availability is going to be up here for, and I think that's okay. Oh, but the problem you have with the beach, though, is that you're not going to be able to do farming. So where is your actual, your people are actually living there. I'm kind of wondering whether I shouldn't just do New Haven, just as a bit of a standard, advanced, difficult, challenging. Yeah, I think I'm going to just do New Haven, and we'll see about doing that. Oh, here we can actually see what the amount of resources are. So the beach has like a lot more resources, though. Right, but this, not so much. Oh, yeah. More resources for just about everything, to be honest. Yeah, maybe we'll do it. Let's just do the beach. It's slightly different. Let's do it. Though, we won't be able to do multiple... Yeah, I do wonder whether you'll be able to do multiple. There, you might be able to do an extra shipyard thingy over there. Yeah, let's just do it. Get it going. I'm just going to play everything on standard. I don't know enough about what these various things do, so I'll just go launch the new game straight away. Keep an eye on the amount of diesel. If you run out, your trucks and excavators will stop working. That's a good tip. This is the update log, so we can see that there's been some performance improvements recently, so hopefully that will help us all out. Now, there's a lot of research to be done, so you can't just like Factorio and so on, you can't just jump straight into things. You have to do a fair bit of research. Okay, I believe we can go straight there, right? There's no elevation of any sort here that we need to worry about. Let's continue. Let's get this. So here we can see this is the overlay that kind of shows you where all the resources are. So here, I believe this is limestone. Yeah, I believe this is a bit of limestone over here. Or is it that? Or is that limestone? What is this then? There's some oil down here. This is sand. So what is the difference? Is that that could just be like rock, I think. So it seems like limestone is over here. There's water, groundwater. This is copper ore. Okay, that's good. This is coal. Okay, awesome. There's a lot of iron back here with some... Again with, is it, no, that's not sand. I do wonder, is that again limestone? And then what is this, rock, gravel? It's not actually listing on here then. Okay, and then here we've got sand again. So there's some sand underneath here. Okay, and this is copper ore, groundwater, coal. So I believe our very first move will have to be into this area where we'll have access to copper. Ooh, but we don't need copper. So, here's the iron. So this is our first iron source. This is our first coal source. We're going to want to remove these trees kind of first so that they can get out of our way. Yeah, so let's get straight into it. Initially, we've got this abandoned communication station, which will give us access to metal scrap and concrete slabs. So we'll get that straight away. We've got a little bit of base resources available. One of the first things we need to do is get our food supply up and running. So we're going to have to do some farming straight away. Now, let's see research. So this stuff expands as we go along. So this is the message center, tree harvesting. Where is the research? Some reason. Oh, we can't do research yet because we don't have the lab. That's the reason. Okay. So what we're going to do first is let's start by chopping down trees in this location over here. Okay, so once we've cleared out some of that, we'll see about the next bit. Okay, we'll clear that out as well. I think that should give us, actually, probably don't need that. You right click, you left click and drag this button to select some, and you right click and drag it to get to deselect it. So that's it. So we'll start clearing trees over there. We need to come to these guys, to these pickup trucks that we have available, and in the future, we'll be able to build way more of it. So let's assign one. Let's make it 2 trucks to tree harvesting so we can start harvesting that, but we need to start using it straight away. So here we can see coal maker, blast furnace. So we can make coal from those trees. The blast furnace we can use to take the metal scraps and coal and make iron. And this is where we then get the metal caster. We also have a population here. You would have a look at the top here. We've got a 90 population. From that population, we've got 79 workers available. We've got food for a fair bit of time available to us, which I do find a little interesting because, well, maybe our population is just so low that that they eat that so slowly. So we've got plenty of workers. Unity is kind of a morale thing. So if you don't provide enough food or you don't provide enough amenities and things like that, then unity starts going down. You need unity to make some spot decisions. So if one of your trucks gets stuck, you can recover it using unity. If you want stuff delivered straight away without using vehicles, you can use unity, those kind of things. Okay, these are some. Okay, so we've got a smokestack over here. We've got molten channel and a pipe. We've got a research lab, which is one of the first things I think we should be building. So let's go ahead and slot in our research lab where I want to keep it kind of out of the way. I think this area over here is the right spot. So let's pop our first research lab in over there. We can build new housing and food markets, and the rest of the stuff, we'll get messages and so on as we go. Oh, actually, this is the research menu here. I think it just popped up because I put that down. So once we've got that up and running, we've got basic iron smelting from scrap research. We've got pipes research that you're going to get from the start. Now, the next things we'll need to do is start looking at basic farming, construction, vehicles, things like that. I'm going to pop straight into basic farming. So as soon as our research lab is up and running, that should do the trick. So I can unpause the game. So let's just read the first couple of messages. I'm not going to read all of them. Captain, we have just docked our ship and the local shipyard will both need major repairs. The abandoned communication station near the dock could be deconstructed and used to smelt iron in a blast furnace so we can build more vehicles and construction parts. It is essential to build a research lab as soon as possible so we can figure out more blueprints for important things such as farms or a beacon. A friendly village you can trade with is nearby. Check the world map. Trading can be a lifesaver if you run into a shortage of critical products. So you should research and build a trading dock as soon as possible. So there we go with the research lab straight away. Our vehicles are collecting some goods and going to start construction. They're going to go and get some trees over there. We can, in the meantime, quickly have a look at the world map. I'll pause while we look at that because there's lots of stuff is happening. So once we've repaired our ship, we can start exploring the world and finding some stuff. At this point in time, we're aware of a little settlement nearby where we can sell wood for concrete slabs, and that takes Unity to do. We can sell construction parts for copper, and we can sell diesel for coal. We can sell wood for scrap, and we can sell iron for rubber. Those are the things that we have available to us. I believe there are plenty of other settlements around where we can also trade for other things. Okay, so let's get cracking on that. So our research should start straight away. Then we will. We can't mine just yet. We don't have access to it yet. We still need to research it. So the first thing we're going to probably build is a farm, maybe somewhere over here. Let's just have a look. What is that? That's just going to be a rock again, I think. Research lab is ready. So now that's giving us our first, another message. Congratulations for the first research lab. Captain, you should research and build farms before our food supply runs out. Make sure you build them soon enough, as it takes time to grow more food. If you run out of workers, make sure you bring more people to the island by building a beacon. The refugees will find us via beacon. Via beacon will also bring valuable resources with them. Also keep an eye on the supply of construction parts and build assembly manual to produce them. If you need to speed up your research, you can build more research labs, but don't forget that running them costs Unity. Unity is naturally generated in settlements when people are well and happy, but can decrease when their needs are not met. You can visit the settlement to see the details. So let's have a quick look at that while we're talking about it. We are currently generating 1 Unity because people are getting food. So that is, that's basically it. Now you can see our food supply is not as healthy as it was initially stated, because actually I don't think we started consuming it just yet. So now research is underway, basic farming is happening, and we can start having a look at what it is that we can build next. So we will be mining iron ore over here, and so I'm thinking we can start our iron processing. Where do we have limestone in this area? So we can have a little bit of limestone mining going on here, and we can do the iron ore kind of on this side, but I can't do mining just yet. So in the meantime, what we'll do is we'll use a coal maker to make coal from the trees, and then we'll use a blast furnace to start using the metal scrap, so that we can at least get some molten iron and then get iron casted. So now we can have a quick look. So from this guy, we can take 20 trees or 20 wood takes 40 seconds to produce 4 coal and 8 pollution or exhaust. The blast furnace requires 8 metal scrap and 4 coal every 20 seconds to provide 8 molten iron plus 4 exhaust. And then this guy every 40 seconds. So we're going to need 2 of them to produce that. So basically, one of these can feed 2 of them, and 2 of them can feed 1 of them. So for the time being, I'm just going to do a quick and easy one right here. So I'll start it kind of somewhere over here. Okay, so trees goes in. So let's start it over there. And luckily it's in this kind of blueprint phase. Then we go from there into a blast furnace. What I'll do is I'll move them a little bit over. At this stage in time, we don't even have conveyor belts yet. So straight away, we're going to have to do that. So let's put 1 over there. And what we'll do is we'll only do... Hang on. So that one is saying 2 of... No. Hang on. So it's 2 of these guys. Okay, that's okay. That's not the end of the world. Shall we... Yeah, that's okay. So that's the one. And then what we'll do is we'll just get the metal casters to come... And I believe you can flip it. Can you flip it? Hang on. Metal caster over here. Just rotate. Can you... Yeah, you can in fact flip it like so. That's the kind of thing that I'm after. So if we do this, we can actually do... And we need to get slag out of here at some point in the future as well. I know that from experience. So we'll just do... Now the question is, however... What we could also do is we could bring it to this side. And then we can just kind of expand it that way. So let's do something like that. Let's try and get it fairly compact over here. I think that's okay. So we'll do that. Then we can do the next one next to it over there. And I'm kind of tempted to delete this. Let's cancel that construction. And what I'll do is I'll place it a little closer over here. So what we'll do is because we want to save on a lot of this stuff. You know what? I'm actually going to place it over here because we're never... Let's do that. I'm going to do it nice and compact in that way there. Now, what we'll need to do is we'll also need to put an exhaust in. And I was thinking right here. Should be okay. So if we do the exhaust like that, then you can just click directly on this and I'll do straight away like this. So if we do get a conveyor through here, we'll run it alongside that way. So we'll do that. So now those are being exhausted out to that facility there. One thing you need to bear in mind is you can actually get yourself stuck pretty quickly on some of these things. So just bear that in mind. Make sure that you can always get your vehicles and things through. In this location, for instance, vehicles can't cross that. Now, let's pause it there. Tutorial for iron smelting. The blast furnace allows smelting iron ore, scrap, or other products into molten materials, which can then be cast into final products in the metal caster. Smelting iron... a temporary solution is to use metal scraps from the abandoned communication station. Once site that is exhausted, you need to start mining iron ore. However, smelting ores produces slag that needs to be dumped out to the terrain. Other products work similarly to iron. You can choose which recipes are enabled in the furnace by clicking on them. An enabled recipe is shown with a green border around it. Coal, we can get coal from wood harvesting and so on and so on. So I'm not going to read all of these things. We've completed basic farming, so we've got that in place. I think construction is an important one for us, but I think we also need to fairly quickly get ourselves mining. But we might run out of construction materials. So let's get construction first and then we'll move on to mining. Okay, so let's get out of here. That'll be built, and so let's quickly have a look. We're going to use metal scraps. I believe metal scraps will be harvested over here by our trucks anyway. We need that to be built before that'll work. And we also need our molten channel to run over here. So get that molten channel in place. From there, it just kind of casts it straight away as soon as it gets an input. There we go. Everything is being built. Shall we speed things along a little bit? Logistics, we can quickly have a look. So there are a variety of things that we do with logistics. We've got conveyor belts that we can connect between warehouses and all other facilities. And logistics also uses vehicles, and the vehicles are in a queue to actually do stuff. So as soon as vehicles will move stuff around from building to building, but you can also use conveyor belts and pipes and things like that at some point, and that saves your vehicle capacity. So there we go, starting to pollute straight away over here. We are dropping some metal scraps in. We are waiting on coal, and coal needs to be manually delivered at this stage because we don't have a conveyor technology yet. Conveyor technology will come in here once we actually have access to it. Now, let's have a quick look at our food situation. We can start building farms. But where? We can't build farms on this. This is not good enough. I believe we can get a fair bit away with the farms. Now, what I would like us to do is get the farms in exactly the right location. We can actually squeeze the farms in there. Do we have direct access through here? We do. So I'm going to go ahead and build our very first farm right over here. Excellent. That is going to be, I think, a saving of space. We can at some point dig out some of that when we have time. What I'll also do is I will designate these trees to be removed so we can at some point get another farm in there. Okay, so now everything should be moving once we get this available. Well, we could build an extra one and then we can run this a bit quicker. That's kind of what I'm wondering whether I should do that. Let's do that. Let's do a double coal maker. We'll do it like this. We can immediately join that pipe over there, and then we can have 2 coal makers producing coal at the same time. I believe we'll be able to pick up coal here, even while we still have some issues with not having conveyors and things like that going. We'll need to start mining coal at some point in the future also. Now, what we have over here is a basic farm. We can't actually water this farm through irrigation. It needs to be watered via rain, but we need to effectively take into account fertility over here, and we need to get some crops selected. So firstly, let's get some potatoes going on. Now, if we grab potatoes, that takes water plus 10 fertility to give me 35 food. That's what's going to happen over here. Then what I can do is get a crop selection of green manure, and that effectively provides a 10 facility. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate crops, potatoes, green manure, potatoes, green manure, to make sure that we always have 100% fertility. Later, you can get much more efficient with this stuff as you research more and more stuff. So that's what we'll do: potato, green manure, potato, and then green manure once again. So we'll just run through that process, and we'll get some crops growing. Now, we will need rain to come along this way if we're going to get that going. Quickly pop in here and have a quick, oh no, we've just done that. So let's open the research and get moving on mining straight away. From there, I think the trading dock is important. And then maybe we need to collect some rain, or shall we go straight into power and maintenance? We will need maintenance fairly early on. So let's queue these 3 up in that order, and then we'll go from there. Now we're actually lucky it's raining, so hopefully our crops will continue to survive, and we will be producing food at a reasonable rate. Now, so this should be giving us, what's happening over here? We're missing input. So I think I need to get an extra truck onto harvesting trees. So let's assign that to tree harvesting so we can get more trees in there more quickly. So now at least we have some iron being produced. We don't have any places to put them away. So we're getting iron being produced, but we don't have anywhere we can actually store it. So if I have a quick look at the research lab, where do I get it? When I get the trading dock, I can also get the basic warehouse, which is that one. But we need to get mining underway. So let's speed things along. So that's our very starting point at the moment. We need lots of more stuff, but obviously it's a slow start. At least we've got food being produced at the moment, so hopefully we won't run out. We should get food available, delayed by 2 months because we're out of water, and that's going to continuously happen until we upgrade these sufficiently to get us to a point where it's irrigated and we're collecting water and all these kind of things. Okay, so mining. Yeah, I think I should build an extra one over here. Let's get an extra research lab. Yeah, I think 2 research labs. Shall I? I'll squeeze them in like that. Space becomes a bit of an issue. So let's just get an extra research lab going. I think that should help us out getting through research a little bit quicker. This thing still needs to be, it's a damaged shipyard, so we still need to, shipyard is overloaded with cargo. And we need to kind of repair both of these with materials. Though I don't think we can do it just yet. So now there's an extra one here. So now we're researching even quicker. We're spending a little bit more Unity. We're using some more workers, but at least that is going well. Now we've got mining available and a vehicles depot where we can produce excavators and things like that. So one of the things that I would like us to do is build one of those. Let's have a quick look at mining and dumping. Mining and dumping allows you to shape the terrain on the island in any way you want. You can remove material by mining it with your excavators and add material by dumping it with a truck. Dumping can be performed anywhere on the island. However, mining requires its designations placed inside of an area that is managed by a mine control tower. Excavators and trucks needs to be assigned to a mine control tower. Truck transport mined material wherever they are needed. Trucks transport mined material wherever they are needed. Materials that are not useful, such as dirt, are dumped on the terrain as long as there are some dumping designations available. So that's basically what we can do. You can also see that you can mine down a slope. Vehicles always need to be able to get access to the direct location there. So you can't start mining just a big trench like this. You need to start with a ramp. And you can change the operational area and so on and so on. So I will not read through all of that. And this is a dumping site, so you can actually build ramps and things like that through use of dumping. So there we go. So now mine control sites, we're going to need one in this general location over here so that we can mine our coal. We will also need one in this general location over here, and I'm tempted to do it over here so that we can also start building a ramp up on this side. So let's build one over here. We can move that around, so don't worry too much. We can move the control area, so don't worry too much about that. Now we have the trading dock research, so we can start storing some stuff. So first thing first, I would like us to quite immediately start storing I would quite immediately want to start storing some iron plates, because this thing is already full and we can of course make use of all of that iron plates. You're just moving the coal from the one area to the other one. Let's have a look in here. What will be our next big piece? We're definitely going to start work on that, so we can produce, concrete mixer, rainwater harvester, and a crusher. We also, we have over here? We've got a maintenance depot, a diesel generator, and we can produce maintenance. So one of the things we need to have a look at is, of course, making sure that we can produce maintenance at some point in the future, but we'll need copper mining for that. So probably need to run through copper refining over here at the very next piece, and then we'll get the beacon, and we'll keep going that way. And there's construction 2 already. So anyway, there's a few things that we need to get going. So I'll pause the game while I quickly go through this. We don't need power straight away because none of our facilities are power hungry just yet. What we probably need to get first is the vehicle depot. And I'm kind of tempted to place the vehicles depot right over here. Yeah, so I'll build that over there. Let's clear out all of these things. So we'll need a vehicles depot. We need to keep an eye on our construction materials. How many construction materials does this take? 40. But I'm gonna need. Hang on. Let's cancel this for now, and quickly have a look around assembly first. So assembly, wood and iron plus concrete slabs can get us some stuff here. So let's go and see about running some stuff in here. Let's get that one up and running first. This one, you need to select what they store in these things. So let's store iron in there for now. What I can do is I can build another one if we think it's necessary. Costs 25 though. So let's start building those first before we get out of hand too quickly. How's our food going? Delayed by another 8 months, but and we're running out of food, so we really need to get. Let's have a quick look. Can we get the irrigation? Not quite yet, but almost there. I want to get some irrigation going. Okay, there we go. We can, assembly is ready. Let's just have a look at that. So now we can actually start producing construction materials, which is a good idea. Yeah, so wood and all kinds of stuff is being delivered. Excellent, that's good. Now we just need wood to be delivered over here, which I believe will slowly make its way over to this side. Okay, now we can also start capturing some rain. So if we go over here, rainwater harvesting, and I think this location... Unfortunately, we'll have to flatten this thing down. But I think let's start capturing water over here. So this will be trucked to that facility. Oh, how much is that going to cost us actually? 20 plus 30 wood, that's okay, because we should now be able to produce these things once we get some wood over here though. How much for one of these? That's 25. So we really need to start producing here. So let me P9 this. So you can set priorities over here. And that's going to be the last thing I do. Let's set this a little bit higher priority so that wood gets delivered here before it gets delivered over there. Because we do need to assemble these kind of things. Let's quickly get our assembly going with that quickly. Is this done? Yes, excellent. So now we're actually storing a little bit of rainwater over here. And hopefully we can continue to get food produced quicker and quicker. Excellent. 34 months of food is now available. So food is not going to run out soon. How much of this scrap do we still have available? Okay, there's a fair bit still available over there. Excellent. Now we've got wood available. So now we are starting to see construction materials being produced. So what I'll do is I will go and place another one here, and that one we'll get some wood into it so that we can at least make sure that there's a constant supply of wood nearby, which can be used on this side. Hang on, did we? Ooh, I've already delivered it. Anyway, that's okay. That's okay. We can live with that. Copper refinement is done. Now the beacon is underway. So we're running through these things fairly quickly. Let's get basic diesel done. So we're just going to continue to research as quickly as we can and start building these processes one by one as we get a little bit more efficient. Let's just get, so we are getting our very first construction materials being delivered. So guys, I'm going to leave it there and I will see you in the next episode. What do you think of this game? Have you picked it up? Are you playing it? Oh, that's been cleared out. Let's quickly see. There's still some designated trees over there. We can grab those. We can clear those out also. But I want to kind of get that out of the way. Excellent. Have you picked this game up? Are you playing it also? Does it look fun? You will see this factory of ours is extremely small at the moment, but it will expand enormously over time. So thank you so much for watching. As this is a new series, please hit that like button, share it around, and leave me some comments down below. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.